Fine hello to all the senseis out there. This is Schizo Sensei, broadcasting from the Classroom of Lore. First thing on today's lesson plan, Halos. Pop quiz time. No worries, you don't need a pen or paper for this, and it's just one question. True or false? A student's halo can easily be broken by shooting it. And time's up. If you answer true, then unfortunately, you haven't been studying the course material properly. No worries. This quiz isn't graded, and it's a fairly common misconception. You're only shamed in my classroom if you believe the idea that Kivotis is purgatory. Before we continue today's lesson, I should note that there are still spots of mystery in the lore. Bits of the lore that have yet to come to light, such as a comprehensive explanation of halos, what the dog, cat, or robot people are, and why the Game Development Club wasn't shut down long ago. We do, however, have some pieces of the wider puzzle and can make educated assumptions. So take a seat and get your notebooks ready while we take our survey class on halos. We'll be studying the global version of the story as of the latest publication up to November 2022. Also, please be aware that I'll be spoiling much of the story. With that out of the way, let's start class. The first stop on our roadmap is talking about Mystic. But wait, Schizo Sensei, I hear you saying. I thought we were talking about halos. All in due time, my dear senseis. To have a proper understanding of halos, we first have to talk about Mystic. Recall that in Volume 1, Black Suit mentions that our beloved Oji-san, Hoshino, has the most promising Mystic in Kivotis. From observational data, we can conclude that Mystic is an energy that all students seem to possess. Note that Mystic is separate from the Mystic Attack type, or more properly known as Blue Attack type, that students can have in gameplay. Mystic in the story and in gameplay are two separate things. There are 3 benefits that Mystic confers to students. Number 1. Increased resistance to all forms of direct damage, such as from bullets or explosions. Number 2. Increased rate of regeneration from damage, such as when Sarika woke up shortly after getting shelled by artillery in Volume 1, or Azusa taking full magazine straight to the face. And finally, number 3. Some students seem to also have special abilities conferred by their Mystic power. For example, say I can see into the future, Miyu can be rendered unobservable by people and electronics, and Yori can somehow create necromantic food. Yum. You may be asking, but wait, Schizo-sensei, aren't those things that halos do? Not quite. Halos are actually a representation for a student's Mystic power. Halos are a byproduct of Mystic, not the other way around. Halos are holographic in nature, as was stated in a scenario writer interview. So, unfortunately, no matter how much you want to, you can't actually touch, poke, or lick a student's halo. Halos also disappear when a student falls asleep or goes unconscious. In fact, this is showcased in some promotional videos, and Hinata and Marina's cafe and furniture interactions. Now, let's bring it all together and go back to the pop quiz we did at the start of class. True or false? A student's halo can easily be broken by shooting it. You should know the answer for sure this time. False. Halos are intangible and unaffected by bullets, shells, or knives. Breaking a halo is simply a euphemism for killing a student through sheer force attacks, drowning, starvation, suffocation, etc. That's the end of today's short lesson. Hope you learned a lot. Oh, and if you answered true again for today's question, please stay after class for correction. With that out of the way, I would now like to discuss the Izumi godhood theory.